That's one way. AA. AA early game versus like a level 6-7 Clinks. That's like one of the worst feelings in the game.
And it's pretty good versus Viper too.
Yep.
Because you're used to being so tanky, but
They changed strafe, right? I wonder if that has an implication or anything.
Oh,
Like you
yeah,
could dodge burrow strike.
I think so. You're right.
So when you have
not seen
strafe on, it's like the funniest animation. They don't even actually have an animation for
It
strafe.
just moves. Yeah,
It
it's
just
so
like kind
bad.
of dodges.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I like the Clinks last pick. You get an early Solar Crest or even just Medallion, and you will melt all 4 of these heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of forces complexity into possibly getting a more armor heavy like hero, right?
I mean, what if you just pick up like some sort of gap closing carry, like PA or something? It's kind of like got in their face.
I don't know. PA versus Lena Clinks.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe,
not a fan of that.
Like maybe not that, but like you just want a hero that gets on top of these because they're so squishy.
PA can definitely do that with Blinked Esso.
Yeah.
Does mean that this should be a Viper safe lane.
Yep. That'll be. Yeah. So that's.
Oh
gonna
god,
be,
I can't find Templar, guys.
I think
It's at the T.
I know. Thank you.
it should be.
You're
It should be
welcome.
bottom shelf, I think. Unless is it on there? I want to say it's bottom shelf.
So they
Unlike top shelf Lumi.
I god damn.
I believe you can
Lanaya.
find
Dude,
it.
why is Templar with Sven? Like she's part of the
Well,
S.
S is before T.
Viper
Nah.
is
Viper is safe lane.
so Viper's safe lane, but does that mean I don't think you can run the aggro tri lane into that? So you now have to have the puck against the Viper tri lane.
Which isn't
Yep.
good for Universe, but
Yeah.
he's one of the less susceptible of dying of the offlaners. Like he's willing to get less to not die.
You don't think Viper will be like left alone by complexity and they'll just focus on the Sand King lane instead?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they will feel very little pressure.
They're gonna rotate a lot.
protecting the safe lane.
Cole doesn't really stay in lanes ever. They rotate a whole bunch. While EG could, but with a crit Rubik, we're to see a lot of roaming. I don't know. I actually like the Clinks last pick a lot more than I'm scared of TA, but I'm going EG.
You're going EG. What do you think, Gloomy?
I think this is really even. I don't like the Undying 4-5 because I feel like he has trouble taking back against Sand King or Kunkka.
Okay.
So I put a lot of emphasis on the 4 because I'm a support player. I like Complexity's draft a lot more in that regard, so I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
I'm going complexity. Here.
I'm going complexity as well.
Oh,
So it's 3-1 grand. You're by yourself. But maybe you're going to get support from our team. Let's hear what they have to say about this draft and about this game. Time for game number 1 with ODPix Unfogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, we're ready for the first game of day 2 of the NA region qualifiers here for the DreamLeague Major. I'm ODPix, joined by Fogged, and indeed we've got EG versus Complexity. What do we think about lineups? What sticks out to you that says I got to talk about this?
Just different, right? We have Clinks and Lena in the same team. We haven't seen much Clinks. We haven't seen much Lena. So
I know.
I don't know. We'll see how it ends up working. There's gap closers from Complexity. I really like the TA last pick. I think it's incredibly good. They don't have great ways to break the refraction. He's got a super favorable lane versus the Lena as well.
Yeah, this TA
Could be a problem.
There's the potential to go ham. That is for sure. Let's take it. Obviously, one way that they can play quite nicely around the TA is, well, actually, I guess it is sort of changed, but it's still good. I'm saying with the Rubik, against the Viper, you should be able to get either the ult or the Nether Tox, you know what I mean, to break for the refraction. So that's something at least. There is something there, but that's once he hits 6. Before that point, it's not going to be a lot of fun. Crit. Oh, you don't want to reveal yourself there, boy. Careful, Cole.
EG just needs fear in front line. If he gets multi-hero DKs, then it's going to be really tough for Cole, but that's the only way they can.
Oh,
Kyle.
Kind of step back up to that one. He'll try and turn with the Tyrant. He'll get to them, but indeed, Kyle is gone.
Oh, very
Oh, wait, no.
He's dead.
If that got him out of there, I'll tell you what, but Crit will take the first blood.
So 2 for 2 bounties, and Universe is actually going to claim another one.
All right.
So Universe gets 2 bounties for himself.
Well, that's nice.
So that'll help him a lot in that map. And just like Shiver said, they're going to be helping Moo in that aggro tri lane to try to shut down the Clinks. Clinks suffers a lot versus this. If they're able to actually get the gap close on him, he is very vulnerable to getting picked off nice and easy. Blaine, Universe should do quite well here. I mean, he just got double bounties. That's going to make the lane a hell of a lot easier with starting boots. And Fear starting mid, so helping out Sumail. So EG already, I like what the setup that they're doing with the lanes. It's just about if RTZ gets shut down too heavily by this tri lane.
Yeah, we'll see how much Limp can do with that pressure.
Crit, getting stunned up.
I'll move in.
A torrent, he's dead.
this combo complexity is so strong. We've seen it from them so many times, sanking Kunga lineups.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You got to risk power
If you
in the lane.
You have to play in the lane. It's something we talk about when you're playing like try versus try lane. It's standing on the side is always the big risk. This time it's a try versus lane. If you stand on the side like that, you're very vulnerable to getting picked off, especially if you don't have a lane ward. But that complexity has set themselves up to win this lane very handedly, especially putting down a ward to block the pull too. So they're going to limit the resources for what Rubik actually can play around the game. So we'll see how Crit just fixes this up for himself. All in all though, Arteezy is still farming. And Limp was still doing just fine in the mid lane, even though there was an Undying. And now we do have that tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario in Moo. Getting lifted up, the Decay. They've got a Soul Rip as well to follow.
That is enough. Very nice rotation from Fear. As you say, just sort of leveling playing ground on this bottom lane, and it gets the job done. And even better, that Artsor gets the touch, claims a kill for the carry.
Forced this, well, he did skill strafe there. So with, I mean, the new strafe doesn't kick in there. Of course, the dodge and 3 projectile things, but they need extra little damage ticks. But now he doesn't have Shadow Walk and Skeleton Walk, and they should know that. So they can go for an aggressive move on him if he does walk up too far. And for being out of mana, that makes their tri-lane much weaker.
I mean, I have to say though, looking at the mid lane, despite Fear's presence, yeah, Limp, he really didn't get pushed that far behind. He's 7-4 against the 10-2. I think Limp, you know, he's going to be absolutely fine with the way that this lane is panning out, despite that early pressure that was put on him.
Yeah. Still, we're going to have to, even though it's, you know, it's a TA favorite matchup, Sumail is winning at the moment with that extra little bit of help. I think Complexity should still emphasize on keeping some stacks going. Kyle, they're looking for Arteezy. They know he doesn't have the Skeleton Walk.
Yep, they've got the control into the torrent. Do they have the damage? They're running him down. Cold Feet does proc. They're trying to keep him alive with the Soul Rip heal. Is not enough. Arteezy will fall. Moo trying to juke it out. He has the Sal, but he gets cancelled. One more burst comes back in. Moo trying to do as much as he can before he does eventually go down. Crit. Is he going to survive? No. Cold Feet and the torrent. Z-Freak claiming the double kill. It looks to run him down. He's going to have up again in a second, but with nothing. It's just enough. Just enough with the creeps around him.
That rip radius, 1300. Kyle now getting hit up, but he should be just fine. So magic wands in these tri lanes always very important.
Yeah.
We see all of EG's heroes picking up their sticks, and nobody on Complexity just picks up one on the AA, but Sanking doesn't have one just yet, and Kunkka just grabbed one after dying. Top lane, I thought Universe would have it a little bit better, but no, he's struggling super hard. Corrosive Skin still proving to be that disgusting ability as it always has been. 14-9 on the Viper to the 5-0 puck, so Complexity coming out really big in that top lane.
And Jesse crashing the lane in now as well, as you say, and it's unlikely that we'll see any rotations from EG players. They've got their sights set elsewhere, mid lane and bottom lane.
They're looking for Sumail here. Kyle's coming in.
Awesome. It's a little deep. Sumail actually taking a lot of damage. He's getting
by
way too cheeky, and indeed Kyle just lands the torrent, blocks him with the DD on Limp. Sumail is down. Very, very nice rotation from Kyle. I mean, we've seen it every game that he's played the Kunkka. I mean, it's been pretty damn hot. It's definitely impressed the most on Kunkka recently. Bottom lane, Arteezy manning up against D-Freak, but it cost him his life.
That's worth it for Complexity.
Definitely. Throwing heroes at the carry, getting the kill.
Yeah. Kyle now sees Universe is pulling the wave. He's just being a little annoying here. Universe should be just fine here. Picks up a bottle as well from that secret shop.
Bottom lane, EG trying to move in onto Moo. And again, just plays it super safe. So they're on the hunt, TP straight out.
Picks up his items from base too. Going for that very early drums. Bracer and Wand now finish up on the Sanking. So Sanking AA, very strong dual lane for them to be able to find kills if someone steps out of position.
I mean, they've opened drafts for this so many times, and it has success. So it'll be interesting if EG can take down Complexity when they. For me, it just looks like they have a draft that they are super, super solid on, and recently so as well. As you say, sure, with EG, you do have Sumail, Lina, and Arteezy on the Clinks, which are classics, but recently so, very, very much underpicked.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard game to be able to kill the TA. That's the one thing we talked about right away.
Yeah, good finish.
Very solid last pick Templar Assassin versus EG's lineup. Haven't seen them do any ancient stacks just yet. So that's the one thing that they are kind of missing. But Kyle's trying to put pressure on in other different ways by going for ganks. Just getting up the wards nice and early. He's going to be able to put that top ward down. so they can watch if anybody's going to rotate with Universe. Since Puck is going to be hitting 6 soon, we could see that happening.
Kyle. Eyes on Uni again. We'll play around with him. As you say, just causing issues for Uni outside of the lane, trying to bait out the orb.
Kyle has to be careful, but Sumail also in some trouble here.
Yeah, giving him a bit of a rundown. Sumail will be fine thanks to Crit's presence. Back towards the mid. They are going to look to turn towards Uni. Uni just orbs himself away. It does salve up, and indeed, Kyle is getting lower and lower here.
He's got the raindrop, so we can resist a little bit of that damage, but yeah, the Sand King, Viper, and TA all very far. I mean, Chessie is going to be a big problem here, getting all this free farm. Kyle now, Crit, finding him out.
Good Sauron though from Kyle. Might not save his life though, because Universe chases the orb, procs the raindrop, and a quick fade bolt from Crit gets the kill secure.
Level 6 going to be now claimed up on Universe from this bounty rune, and Chess has to watch how far he steps up. There's TPs coming in from the Undying. Chessie.
Yeah, yes.
There's a lot of TPs.
They are going to pop the Dream Core down. They're going to surround. They've got 4 heroes on this Viper up top. And Chessie will go down. Takes a lot. EG do get the kill, and it does require 4 people rotating to the lane, which is giving more space to Limp.
Yeah, it's a bit costly, but that was a little overzealous there by Chessie. Sure, he had like a double creep wave on the tower with the catapult, so he wanted to put as much pressure as possible, but has to expect this kind of rotation. Bottom now, there's a dust. Arteezy,
oh, they
dead.
Found him with the cold feet, the torrent. I mean, this combo, it's just going to kill the Clinks every single time.
Yeah, and this is what we were saying. Clinks can really be tougher versus double stun tri-lanes. And now they can put pressure of their own on this tower since it is a siege wave. Yeah, and look at this. They all buying dust, too. Even Moo picked up a dust for himself on the Sand King. So just, I mean, best way to deal with Clinks is in the early game is dust.
Yeah, anything to keep Arteezy behind.
Yeah. But Limp is going to be a bit of a monster in this game. It does seem like he's already 300 gold higher than everybody else. And he can find himself a DD, so he can actually farm the Ancients as well as a creep wave very quickly here. So surge him forward a bit more as well. Smoke comes out from EG though. Do they have wards as well? They don't have a ward on any of them to be able to find vision. They've placed all 4 actually right off the bat. But they might be able to find Limp if he doesn't.
Yeah, it would be the big kill.
Here. They've got the TP from Sumail.
Yeah, here's the lead, and he's in a load of trouble. They get the telekinesis, hold him back in the light strike array, and they'll bring down the kills. So EG making some big movements.
Yeah.
But they are getting big kills. Taking Chessie and now taking down Limp.
Chessie using that space though, trying to claim that top tower as fast as possible. There is no glyph. He's trying to focus on it. Will he be able to get it? Looks should be able to without it being denied. TP rotations coming in. They've got coil, but doesn't look like they'll be able to close the gap on Chessie there.
Very close opening in all.
Arteezy's gonna struggle here though. But oh, speaking of Arteezy struggling, he's actually death pacted, sitting on top of Kyle here.
Oh, and Kyle's DC'd.
He could die here. If Kyle goes on the low ground and Arteezy position high ground, there's a high chance.
Should have enough damage.
There's a high chance Arteezy gets him.
Yeah, with 3 points in the arrow. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Artur.
Yeah, with the strafe, the extra damage that comes from that. Sumail's already starting to make the rotation over too, so Kyle looks to be in quite a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, we'll see if he does back up, but with the ward, there's not they die themselves, don't have vision over there, so no real reason why Kyle would suddenly turn around.
He wants to go join his teammates too, and I think I saw he had a ward too, so he wants to go down and put an aggressive ward in the enemy jungle.
This should be a kill.
Let's see how it plays out.
Oh, Teasy should find this one.
I think he should, yeah. Kyle, as soon as he chops down into the river,
bam!
Start going.
Oh.
That's actually underestimate. That's actually a lot less damage than I thought it would be.
No, I thought it would, yeah.
The 5 armor on Kunkka.
With the changes to strafe, it's not quite the punch that it once was with just 1 skill point in terms of attack.
Yeah, it's really not.
No,
all right, well.
No, that was underwhelming.
It is a lot less attack speed than it used to be. It really looked like he was going to be able to take it out there, but Kunkka's actually pretty tanky here. 900 HP with 5 armor. Okay. My bad.
We did not do the maths.
Did not do the maths. And now Cole, they're going to be able to pressure this bottom tower. Moo cutting the wave. Almost has the drums finished up on top of those tranquils. The build that he tends to always do. Don't know if he's gonna go Urn this game though. He tends to build the Urn when it's he's playing versus another Initiator, so he can just throw the Urns on the Initiator and cancel their blinks. Yeah, 2 towers now. Going for complexity. And Viper will be building toward that Veil, as we see. They do have a lot of magic damage. Kunkka, Sanking, Viper, and AA. Very good Veil game here. Very good versus Clinks too, because Clinks, you don't want to build the BKB too early, so you're very susceptible to that magic.
Yeah, have to build into that damage.
That's Stumel. Stumel is gone phase boots, as he usually does, and he's the Bloodstone.
Oh, no surprise there.
You've been burned.
Look, Kuroki's win rate on Lina.
Kuro Lina, yeah, we've not seen that one in a while.
No.
Taking damage.
He's trying to get some trades here, Moo. He is rotating toward the middle lane. He spots out Rubik, so they know there's at least 4 heroes mid now. Universe as well, pincering toward. Don't know if Complexity wants to contest and win so much. Do they have a TP on Viper?
Spooky.
Don't think he wants to TP in the everything, but he does. Going for it.
All right, they're going to see if they can get a catch on this move. We'll find the brush side with the damage from Limp. Fear falling low, gets the Sorrel buying himself sometime. He tries to get out of this all, but the cold feet procs in.
Nice.
There is down.
Tower does go down. They don't get the deny, but they're chasing.
Oh, Moo! Dodging the light there and landing the burrow strike onto Samael. Oh, if that was a moment later, that stun, the light strike would have definitely held back the Sanking. But Moo with the quick plays.
Really emphasizing on defending that. Well, not really defense, but getting some kills out of it. Just because of how immensely farm chest he is on top of Raindrop. We did talk about how EG's physical damage is pretty lacking early on, so that max or high corrosive plus Raindrop is pretty damn good for Viper. Just line up and yeah, they're gonna claim themselves another tier 1. EG, they are porting in though with Puck. Coil is available, but Complexity all starting to get out of range. They have disengaged nicely.
Crit can't find a catch. Kyle's got the medallion complete.
He has, okay, rushed the medallion this time around. So they want to be able to take Roche as early as possible. And they have a very strong 5-man on Complexity if they do buff for that one. Not now, in a short period of time. Once the TA probably has either the Blink or the Desolator.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think he's going to go for? It looks like with the Blightstone and
I think Blink.
The Blink queued up, yeah.
I think Blink this time is just a bit better. Especially because they have like Sanking and Kunkka. He can just jump on top after a stun. And we usually see the Blink versus Lina's as the first item, because you can just jump on top of the Lina and she's very susceptible to getting burned through the meld hits.
EG with that smoke. Seeing if they can catch any Complexity out in the jungle. Chesty alone, shining up. Crit starting to make the move, but Chesty's already on the retreat. Really on the high ground. It's very hard for EG to make a play there, and indeed they cannot. They have to back away. Cannot stand like that. Move up top.
Illusion.
Tranks, drums, and working towards the dagger. He is going to be the target though. Come in, drag him back. Mana burst. He does. Oh, he gets out a very nice little power strike on the way out. It doesn't result in any kill. There was another hero there on Complexity. It could have been absolutely massive, but they get the kill. EG. They bring down Moo, and now can look to put some pressure onto this tier 1 top.
If he does live a little bit longer there, that could have been nice, but yeah, he's one of the more squishy heroes.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Limp continuing to farm up in the jungle. In the meantime, they are sacking that tower since 12-5 committed.
Middle tower for Radiant. Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, we say that.
They're really, I mean,
they're looking
I can't
to
get
do their best, yeah.
Look at that.
They're coming for, and the EG will respect that. They do back away.
Double damage.
Ha! Welcome back.
Their cores are just very tanky on Complexity. TA and the Viper. Very hard to be brought down.
Yeah, there's Limp with the blink dagger now.
And Moo actually went for the Urn anyway. So not deciding to go for the Rush Blink Dagger. That one's a bit different to me, but I know he really loves this build up, this Tranquil Urn.
Yeah, he's done it a
drums.
few times.
Yeah,
And the majority of the times.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
EG. Slowing the pace down a bit. Plexi looking to stay a bit aggressive here. Perched behind Limp in the top lane. They're trying to look for a pincer movement toward the mid lane, trying to catch some rotations.
See what Kyle can catch. He leads in on the front of it all.
They've got good vision with the traps all the time, and they've placed very aggressive wards. But now Blink Dagger is picked up from Universe. They've got a better way to initiate the fights.
See if crit goes on this, but as we say, Cole are there on the high ground.
Well, another Toxin on crit. This is probably one of the better steals he can get, especially versus the Viper, to break that corrosive skin. And like we said, though, EG is mostly magic damage, so having Nether Toxin, being able to boost up that, reduce the magic resistance of the enemies, can definitely prove to be a strong tool for crit. Complexity, 4 lead at the moment. They're doing a great job of distributing their wealth. Z-Freak has just been parked bottom for a very long time. About to have the Midas actually finished up on him, on that AA.
Hey, he's been finding a lot of space down there. Reflected in the net worth. He's not looking too bad at all.
Blessings.
RTZ
Bounty.
again. Eyes onto Kyle, but even at this, RTZ still doesn't quite have the items to make those sort of solo plays, even onto the supports, because of the, well, at least the tankiness of the Kunkka. Maybe if he finds an air alone, he can solo that one at this stage.
Sure.
But he still needs time. He still needs more items. Artur.
He's only level 9 too. He's pretty underleveled since they had to keep that tri-lane. He doesn't have Death Pact on him, but they're going to go for Pesty anyway. They have the Nether Toxin to break him.
And with the help of Universe, they will have the kill. Yes. They try to spend the Dream Power for that one. Ice Blast comes back in to connect onto 3 of them. But we're seeing how much it takes from EG to actually get those kills.
That Nether Toxin steal coming in clutch right
Yeah.
That little bit of bonus damage to pierce through that Viper. Definitely very relevant. Limp cleans up a double Ancient stack.
I mean, once he has the Death, I don't see any reason why Complexity won't just start to go. You know, with the Blink and Desolator, as we've been saying, if he can really jump onto one of the members of EG, they'll be out of the fight at the start. Blink Dagger on Mu, obviously the other big
I think
pickup.
that's the big one, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
they're
they really
waiting.
need the Sand King Blink this game, because they can't really make plays unless they just rely on a wild torrent to try to catch something. That's very unreliable, especially for heroes that EG does have at the moment. EG, they look like they're grouping up for the fight though first. Top, Sumail's looking for Mu, stuns off Mark. Didn't have mana for Laguna anyway, but just wanted to put pressure. Here we go, they are smoked. They are looking to get an opportunity into a tower.
But look at Mu, he's already backing straight away from this top lane.
Top tower is under
He knows with Sumail there, it's very likely that others will be behind.
This time Cole gives. They just want to farm their Blink Daggers before they try to take
top tower.
now. They're so close to them. Mu scouts it, but they're like, that's a pretty tough kill for
It's a little deep, yeah, and there will be reactions if they go for it.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of time. Arteezy's moving around. He's not hitting the creeps like Limp and Chessia.
Yeah, Limp is starting to pull
Yeah.
further and further ahead. About to have that dust
Bounty.
finished up. Would look like a Maelstrom soon on chest. One piece away from that one. Yeah, Z-Freak has actually been bottom for about 5 minutes now. Farming that with those waves. He's having the dream.
And no one's coming down here looking for him. As I said, maybe
That's Midas.
that could be a potential pickoff for Arteezy, but Arteezy's just been moving around elsewhere with the rest of his team. And yeah, with this creep wave, so this AA is going to be the same level as Arteezy's Clinks.
Okay. So TA takes the 7 armor this time to deal with the Clinks' damage as well as since, I mean, that maybe I'll be able to add it up eventually, but we've been seeing the psionic trap damage. It's pretty interesting, especially to cut creep waves. That's like probably the biggest thing that I've used for. So
Yeah, true, a bit of a different one. But if anyone's going to know what to do best on TA, it is going to be the Limp.
Yeah,
It's quite a classic for him.
he's probably just thinking that's not the point of his hero,
Sure.
is to be using traps to kill
Yeah.
creep waves and, you know, cut stuff off. It does do a significant amount of damage, but he's feeling like, I want to be able to just get in the fights. And Blink Star finished up, Blink on Mew, Blink on Mu, Blink on Limp.
Yeah, this is the big peak now for Complexity. I mean, they're going to hit many more this game if they continue like this, but this is a massive one already.
They have vision here on the high ground here. If Arteezy shows himself at all, they are pinging out. They're expecting something here. One kill turns into an instant Roche for Complexity with that Medallion Deso.
I mean, Arteezy does have the Desolator, but as we're seeing, you know, if they get a jump on him, he's just going to pop
it's
it.
Mr. Mail.
That's that one instead. That's just as good. Sumail instantly removed, and that was with the Bloodstone.
Yeah, he's up in 1 second, so this one actually doesn't allow him to really go for that Roche potential right away.
Still good news though, charges down the drain for Sumail.
Yeah, now this Arteezy is looking to hunt for Z-Freak. So this is where complexity, I mean, they don't know that the Deso's up, but soon, mid lane though, actually a fight.
Tree Caller too, you're going to see Limp blink out, so he'll be fine. Fizz move forward, they're trying to fight, but Kyle getting run over himself. Arteezy coming in with a wraparound from behind, looking to try and go on to Chessie, but Chessie's just too tanky. Turns towards Kyle. Kyle finally falls, but they've lost the Rubik. Moo on the retreat. Arteezy burrow strike and a sandstorm to the high ground will move to safety. So again, you know, EG, they're trying to fight with the Dream Coil and such. Struggling to really have the damage to bring down some of these heroes. We saw Chessie getting focus fired by the Clinks, but with the rum on him, even with the Desolator on Clinks, it's a tanky beast, the Viper.
It looked like uphill misses, but yeah, he's still extremely durable with that, with the rum, as well as having that Veil pick up. 20 armor on the Viper, pretty hard to pierce through. So Complexity needs to make sure though that not only do they have dust in these fights, but many sentries placed just so they can have good information of where the Clinks is. Because Clink's walking into this lineup of Complexity, it's pretty damn scary. One stun and you can get bursted. And they smoke up again. They're just looking for that pick off into Roche. So important for them.
All about this Roche control, and they got to kill it before they may get it again. Crit up to the high ground. Looks like we'll be fine for now. Limp not wanting to blink in aggressively. Moo coming back up.
They see Universe.
Yeah, they're going to go try for that one at least instead. The Torrent and Burrow Strike perfectly done. They do have the X mark. Limp should be able to come in and do the damage if he wishes to. Oh, he can't. Yeah, focus with the Tombstone. Knows
Universe.
Oh, okay, the wrap round for Chessie. That gets it. Suddenly, there's a Viper on the high ground. Chessie gets cut off.
And
Limp and Moo finding Arthur as well. And that's the Roche.
Yep.
Straight into the pit they go.
So it looked like Universe jaunted to his orbit, but got X'd back instantly. Or either he didn't, or he just didn't jaunt. I didn't see which interaction actually ended up happening. But
It's very hard to play his way out of that one.
That was...
And, I mean, Arteezy, he revealed himself there because he went for the Z-Freak kill. He gets the AA kill, but it cost him his life.
Not worth it.
Not worth it at all. Into the pit they go.
Z-Freak was level 12, so Arteezy gets some experience. But yeah, I mean, they lose the Roche, and now, I mean, Z-Freak's building toward a mech, so he's going to end up being a lot more durable here. So when I see this one again, if he does actually get the jaunt, I think he got X'd back instantly as he jaunted because he shoots the orb, phase shifts. Dice actually just doesn't jump to it. So he just gets caught out here. He's wrapped around from Chessie afterwards. Okay. Slight mistake there. Coming out, I don't think Universe expected that extra rotation. Brutal. And Chessie goes for that Maelstrom build so that he can stay relevant since he has the Veil as well as the Spell Lifesteal build. And builds a Hood on top of that Corrosive. So, like we said, EG, mostly magic damage. This is going to make him a very tough target to bring down. But Crit does have Nether Toxin stolen. Sumail and him positioned on the side. Chessie, to be careful.
I mean, he's quite far out for the tower. But as you said, still going to take quite a bit if he gets the Hood out. He's not actually going to get the chance to with the stuns coming through.
Let's see how much damage because of that Nether Toxin. Look at that Lena damage.
1200 burst. Elsewhere, the Limp gets the pick off. Finds himself there.
That's a solo kill.
Out and alone.
I made them look at the damage.
Look at this down bottom. Ice Blast. 1 to 2. Oh, the Light Strike is there holding that Limp for some time, but Limp, he's able to continue. They've got Crit as well. As Complexity making the big plays and starting to gain a bit of a lead. 23 minutes in, 6k lead for them. Their two cores are slightly ahead.
Split up a bit too much. They have to have like all 5 of their heroes to really go for these things. Moo now earns up Arteezy. He's going for the chase down. He's dusted as well. Kyle's there too with the sentries at the ready.
Oh, yeah, Moo with the blink, Burrow Strike. They've got the Torrent, the boat coming through as well. Arteezy. But they have more detection. Oh, they do. Oh, Z-Freak saves the day. Comes in just in time with the secondary dust. And they claim the Clinks kill. Up top, Universe clearing the wave out. And be able to blink TP himself back to safety.
This is looking problematic for EG though. They can't take head-on fights versus Complexity.
At least not until the BKB's there on Blinks, which it nearly is. Arteezy's nearly got it, I believe. Up top, the same to be said for Limp's clearing the wave out. Actually, able to blink TP himself back to safety.
This is looking problematic for EG though. They can't take head-on fights versus Complexity.
At least not until the BKB's
chooses to go for Shadowblade this game, even though that their versus that they already have a Clinks on their team. And he's looks like he's gonna get chased out here. They're trying to close the gap. Universe is there with Fear, though.
Oh, but Moo again with these Burrow Strike plays jumping in. They've got the Torrent onto Sumail. They do have the sentries. I think there's a sentry and 2 dust being thrown out there.
I mean, they have the reveal for the Clinks already. Maybe he was trying to go for the kind of pickoffs here, but all right, interesting. And yeah, we see the full Spirit Vessel was completed on Moo there. So they've got some extra heal and sustain damage.
I mean, Moo's just been a bit of a monster in the games that I've seen him play. To be fair, he's been able to play Sand King so many times. It always gets through because they always do pick it up straight away, and it doesn't seem to be a hero that teams like to ban in those opening 3. It just feels like he's just so comfortable on it. Every time making the jumps, catching multiple heroes out with the Blink Burrow Strike initiations. And it is proving a little too much for EG. They're now 10k behind. Complexity getting some good momentum going, and we know that if Cole take further positive fights, it's very easy for them to go to the high ground with the push of the Viper and the TA.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, this
has
is a
fallen.
problem. Moo picks up 4 dusts now.
What a team player.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's been doing the job. It really has so far. Arteezy trying his best to push these side lanes out. Keep on par with Farm, but as we're saying, each of these
Bounty.
situations leading to Samael and Arteezy falling further behind Chessie and Limp. Smokes are out for Kyle and the boys.
So much information on the map for Cole with all these traps placed up and with the map dominance they have at the moment. EG has to go
Oh,
for
is that a DD rune? That's a DD rune as well for Cole.
Lovely.
Limp.
A mysterious.
I mean, he's more than ready to go with the BKB complete.
He's got it done, yeah.
Would you get on the level 20 on TA again? Anything crazy?
My thanks.
More meld armor.
Ooh.
Fraction Dispelling I don't think is too much of a deal in this game, especially there's nothing really he can... Crit. It's very dead.
Oh!
Stuns off the mark though, actually, from Moo.
I was going to say, I've been talking up, Moo. And then he's whiffed it. He's going to still go for the chase down. Power of the Spirit Vessel. Look how much damage he does with the Caustic. Already crits down to half health. And it doesn't matter if Moo whiffs the Burrow Strike initially. They'll still get the kill. Universe trying for the split push up to 2k gold as he's looking to go towards the Aghanim Scepter next with the BKBs on Limp and such.
Yeah, he takes the meld armor reduction.
And Zefri's got a mech. The tools coming together for Complexity to really pressure EG.
They're gonna go look for some tier 3 here. Aegis does get reclaimed, but EG has to commit so much to go for any of these fights. And now X comes in, Limp blinks in. There is Glyph available, but there's a lot of damage being done. Arteezy is forced to TP back. Still no BKB finished on him.
Samael does reveal with the light strike, but yeah, as you say, this X-Mark TA combo can do this very effectively, really. Just blinking in blindly to the backlines and trying to 2-3 shot the squishier heroes of EG to make a push happen.
They can do these pushes so safe because of the X.
Here we go again. X-Mark, he jumps in, will be focused, but he's brought back out. Does take quite a bit of damage that time round. Falls down to half, but this is very, very hard for EG to deal with that for play. And as you can see, Chessie's just able to move back in. They've nearly got the tier 3. Duke's out the light strike array. In he goes once more, and the tier 3 tower's down. Samael does get the deny, but a very, very slight glimpse of a silver lining really for EG as this opens up the shrine still of Complexity. They're going to get good control of the map. And EG's lineup, it's not really a lineup that you want to be playing from behind, I don't feel.
No, they need to group up as 5 to find these pickups.
They've got to find these ganks.
But look at Chessie, he's ready for it.
Oh, he is on the high ground. There we have straight away. Chessie actually opening up onto Fear. Universe will jump in with the Dream Card. Already Fear's gone. BKB pop by Arteezy. He turns towards Chessie, bringing Chessie down low, but Chessie forced away. He's going to keep alive, and EG are just getting absolutely destroyed here. They've lost 4. Chessie ends up surviving. Even the Universe can't finish him. It's game over.
Yeah, that fight was perfectly executed by Complexity.
They were just ready for that.
Chessie read the movement coming out.
Oh, and EG were just like, how do you want your dinner? And Cole said, we like it smoked. And they come in and they just feed 5 heroes. Straight up. And now Complexity is just destroying the base.
It's 2 full sets.
I don't know how you come back from this one, Fog. This is looking pretty grim for EG and a very strong up to day 2 for Complexity.
Their positioning in the fight was just so perfect. Chessie, look at Kyle dropping his items. He is taunting.
Oh.
And he smokes them out of it. He's feeling very confident.
I mean, he's at a 20k gold lead.
I'll take your tribute.
We'll see it again here. So what went so horribly wrong here for EG?
Well, look, Sumail cannot do anything because he walks in and he just gets
Look
completely
at
comboed
Chessie.
down. Chessie's positioning was the biggest thing, I think, there. Like, he just stands in the front line, and EG has so little physical damage, so Limp pops BKB. He is actually pretty much immortal in that fight.
I mean, that's the thing as well. You know, you talk about the lack of physical damage. That whole fight, Arteezy is the whole time with his BKB duration is focused on Chessie.
Yeah.
And Chessie's doing exactly what he wants to. He's tanking it, and he gets out. He doesn't even die.
That Veil.
Yeah. Hey, it's doing
That
absolute
extra
wonders.
armor, yeah.
Shiva's guard's complete on Moon now as well.
Yeah, they're going to clean this game up.
Well, Butterfly's pretty much done for Limp's TA. I don't know how this game, if EG can turn this around with this lineup, I'll be absolutely impressed, but I just don't see it happening.
I don't really see it happening either.
This is back to the drawing board. If anything, this is just time drawn out for EG to consider
I mean,
how they change it up in game 2.
Sumail's down to 2 Bloodstone charges. And now they've even got a Guardian Greave on top for the AA, so more
Steve
armor,
Freak.
more healing inside of these engagements.
There's no farm on Sumail and Arteezy at this stage of the game. There we go. How can EG stop this? They look towards Limp, but Limp not taking a whole world of damage. The Theory of Refraction and the Solar Crest buff all coming in with the 2-man burrow. Instantly check out there, just teasing with EG. Asserting their dominance complexity. There's a double damage rune ready and waiting.
And
He's got the butterfly out. I mean, yeah, if they want to play it safe and go for it, he's going to be able to take that down in a matter of seconds. And he will scout it out, and this should be a very, very quick and easy rush for complexity. No way that EG can get themselves out of the base to contest it.
He kills it so fast by himself, too.
He's absolutely massive.
The new -Mel, DD, and Deso B-Fly. Aegis Cheese online, EG. This is like a last-ditch effort for Smoke here, but it's going to be too late.
Way too late. There's no way they can get there in that amount of time. And now, in fact, the Smoker complexity is going to come out in reaction. They're ready to try and catch EG out of the base. And the question I'm asking myself this time around is are EG actually going to ever be able to get a single kill? Because the way that complexity are playing in these team fights, it just feels like the way that they coordinate and synergize as a team is impossible for EG to break through at this point. They do find Z-Freak on the sidelines, post the Guardian Grease, so they go. They do get one.
That's the BKB from Arteezy,
But it is just the AA, and look at Lim jumping in with the BKB, turns towards Fear. Fear keeping himself alive for some time with the Soul Rip, but Chessie moves forward, gets the Vibe Strike on crit, stolen strike turned back towards Lim. Crit is down. Arteezy on the back lines having to deal with Moo, jumps on top of him with the epicenter. Arteezy is just going to get run down by this lone Sand King. They have lost Kyle. Arteezy with the invis will be fine for now. They don't have further detection, but Limp, he's just moving in onto the base, hammering into the tier 4s. GG well played is called. The DCs come in as EG are out of here. And what a game 1 indeed. You know, EG certainly showing a bit of hope at the start, but overall, complexity, very solid lanes. We saw how well the solo lanes were going for them, though. Limp and Chessie had an easy opening.
Yeah.
And as soon as these sort of team